So the wait is finally over. Today is the day that I share with you my own personal handwritten notes. Let's talk a little about what they contain and how you can get them. Hi everyone, to those of you who are new here, my name is Anmol. I'm a doctor based in India, and on this channel I talk about all the things that are relevant to being a doctor and a dermatologist in India that I learned along the way. This video is super special because today I am finally able to share what so many of you have been asking for since a long time, my very own personal handwritten notes that I made during my residency. Before I tell you how you can get them, let's answer a few questions regarding the notes. I made them during my residency between 2019 to 2022, so the material is fairly recent. The content that you will find in the notes is primarily from Bologna Textbook of Dermatology, the 4th edition. In certain important major topics like connective tissue disorders, psoriasis, vesiculobular disorders, I have added points from Fitzpatrick and Rooks as well. There are also a few IADVL references, the 5th edition, that I added during the final months of my preparation for MD exams. But majorly, the bulk of the content is from Bologna. Additionally, since these are my personal notes, I also used to add these commonly asked questions in certain topics that were asked by the faculties or during case presentations. So at the top of the pages, you're likely to find these commonly asked questions related to that particular topic that I had added during my residency. So it's just like an added bonus. Most of the material is quite organized. It's clear, concise, to the point. The format of the notes is point-wise. I've also included flowcharts wherever required. Overall, they're pretty easily understandable. If you want to get a better idea of what you'll be getting, you can go through my previous video that I've shared on this channel about how to make notes, in which I have shared a sample of my own notes of Darier's disease. So you can get an idea of the format of the notes, my handwriting, whether it's legible enough for you. Most of my notes are along similar lines. Having said that, I also want to point out two things. A, since they were my personal notes and since I've added the material from multiple places, during lectures, seminars, from different articles, so in some places the material does tend to get a bit congested. Secondly, since they are my personal notes, they also contain a few short forms that you may or may not be able to understand. But I can assure you that if you have any trouble understanding anything in the notes, if you have any queries whatsoever, you can get in touch with me anytime on Instagram, or you can email me and I will resolve the queries as soon as I can. So no worries there. For now, the notes are only available as scanned PDFs. So the notes contain about 200 plus pages of majority of the important topics in the dermatology PG curriculum. This is the index of the notes, showing what all topics I've covered in the notes. It's not the entire syllabus of dermatology, since it does not contain leprosy, it does not contain many important sexually transmitted infections. Many of the infectious diseases are not covered in the notes. That's mostly because the infections part I mostly did not read from Bologna. I used to read it from IADVL or IAL or VK Sharma. Also, they don't contain the dermatosurgery, laser and aesthetics part, since I read that from AXI and IADVL. Later, just a few months ahead of my exams. I'll soon make a list of what topics you're supposed to read from which books. I'll put that out soon on my channel. I just remembered that a lot of you have asked for this. So yeah, that's something that I'm working on. So yeah, mainly that's missing from the notes, but for the rest of the topics, these notes were a big help during my MD exams. People who are doing their MD in dermatology, honestly, these notes can be a big help for you irrespective of which year you are in. They have a lot of information, especially all the important information. For whatever topics I've covered in my notes, I can safely say that you can skip reading Bologna entirely for those topics. You can just read my notes plus IADVL, and that will be good enough for MD exams. So if you're in the first or second year of your residency, you can save a lot of time by not having to read Bologna. You can just read my notes that I've made from Bologna, plus you can read IADVL, and that's it. You're well prepared for MD exams. If you're in the final year of your residency and you have not read Bologna and you don't have time to read anymore, these notes can be a huge help for you. Also, if you simply don't like making notes, in that case, they can help. Another very important advantage that I feel these digital notes have is quick reference whenever you need it and wherever you need it. in the OPD or whenever you need to quickly refer something about the disease, they can easily be accessed on the phone. It's super convenient. I do it all the time. So if you think these notes might help you and if you want to get them, here's all you need to do. Click on the first link in the description and sign up with your details. The first 50 people to sign up will also receive a special discount code in their email. So that's all. If you have any more queries, please get in touch with me on Instagram or via email. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like the video and share with others who might need it. Subscribe for more such videos. Thanks a lot for being here. I'll see you in the next one.